Attention, please, as we are preparing to introduce the fighters for the main event of the evening, the WBC World Title Welterweight Eliminator. My pleasure to present you a very special guest in attendance here this afternoon. As a former world champion in the welterweight division, he has a lot of interest in this fight. Of course, we have two great welterweight former world champions, top contenders, and joining us tonight, we have a former world champion who truly shows what it means to be a fighter. A great fighter in the ring. He was one of the best with 22-time championships, 41 wins, 2 losses, and it was 27 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He was known as the Punisher because, boy, could he hit and he could fight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very special guest, the 2-time WBO welterweight champion of the world, Paul the Punisher Williams. DeBella Entertainment is so proud to have Paul with us here tonight. He is truly a remarkable man, great, fine man in character. And he is here. We're going to have the fighters take a picture with him after they weigh in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to weigh in the main event of the evening. We welcome you to the official weigh-in as Premier Boxing Champions presents the weigh-in for the featured bout of the evening taking place at Barclays Center tomorrow night, brought to you by DeBella Entertainment and Showtime, sponsored by Corona. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is 12 rounds of boxing, an eliminator for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. First, we invite to the stage from Akron, Ohio. With a record of 26-2-1, he has 16 knockouts. He is currently ranked the WBC number 3 world contender. Please welcome the former IBF welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Shawn Porter. And his opponent ready to join us on to the stage from Winter Haven, Florida. His record, 31 wins, 4 losses, 24 knockouts. He is currently ranked the WBC number 4 contender. Here is the 2-time welterweight champion of the world, Andre Berto. Well, he's ready to step onto the scale at this time. Once again from Akron, Ohio. He's had 4 world title bouts experience under his belt. Tonight he'll be fighting to fight for the championship of the world for the WBC. Please welcome the former IBF welterweight champion of the world, Showtime Shawn Porter. 'Shawn Porter just ever so slightly over the 147-pound weight limit. He's going to need to strip down, step onto the scale again. 147 pounds, he made it. Showtime Shawn Porter weighs in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale at this time a veteran of 9 world championship appearances. He is the 2-time welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome to the scale, Andre Berto. $146.5 for Andre Berto. Andre Berto weighs in at a ready 146.5 pounds. And we're going to have our fighters put on some clothes. We're going to have them face off for photo opportunities. And once again, we're going to bring them with Paul Williams. Have a photo after the face-off right here. Once again, this is our Showtime Championship boxing main event of the evening. 12 rounds. It's an eliminator for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's Berto versus Porter. 12 rounds of boxing and eliminator for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. And we're going to have to wait till tomorrow night, the next time they see each other in the ring. This is our main event of the evening. And here's our photo opportunity. 3 great welterweights joining us here this afternoon. Paul the Punisher Williams, Andre Berto, Showtime, Shawn Porter. All former welterweight champions of the world. I now once again hand the microphone over to Dave Diamante, interview with both of the fighters.
Let's get Shawn Porter up here. Shawn, I got a couple questions for you. Shawn, you've got a style inside the ring, you got a style outside the ring. What goes into that presentation and how important is it to you?
Tell you what, man, the style of the 2 guys that weighed in before me, they should have went after us. They should have went after us. That's the style that I have in the ring. And it just comes to, you know what I mean? I don't know how I make it happen, but I get in there and, you know, I have a job to do. And I get in there, I try to do it the best of my abilities. And usually they all love it, and we come out on the right side of it.
So you got your father, Kenny, right here. He's your father, he's your trainer. Do you guys find it difficult to draw the line between father and son and trainer and fighter?
You know, I think a long time ago we learned that there was no line. We're at home together. We at the training facility together, everywhere together, and so we just make it happen. You know, so we're here right now. Both of us are happy. Both of us are hungry, wanting this fight, and we're both ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, former welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Shawn Porter. I got Andre Berto up here. Andre, step over here for a second. Former 2-time welterweight champion of the world. Now, Andre, Shawn is a pressure fighter. Tell me, who are some of the toughest pressure fighters that you've faced in your career up to date?
Man, I got David Estrada. I had a few other ones, but like I said, they don't matter. You know, fight time is tomorrow night, and it's only focused on Shawn Porter right now.
All right, I want to ask you another question. You were one of Al Heyman's very first fighters. How has that experience changed over time?
You know, it really hasn't changed. Like I said, we have a great relationship, you know, me and Al Heyman. And, you know, just like I said, man, you know, we work hard and we are right back at the top of the division like we need to. And like I said, you know, we got a big test tomorrow night, and we're going to ace that test and, you know, keep it moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, former two-time welterweight champion of the world, Andre Berto.